Welcome back to our famous Afternoon Express cook-along. Now, after serving up delicious pan-fried lamb chops with biltong pasta salad, sweet potato fries and a salsa, it's now only right that we finish off today's menu with an equally decadent flapjacks ensemble. And of course, a sweet treat requires an equally sweet sous chef, and I'm talking about sous chef Matthew. Now, birthday boy, are you ready to get us cooking?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so South Africa, just head over to our Afternoon Express website to get all the details as to how you can whip up these fluffy flapjacks along with Matthew. Now, Matthew, I believe that Uma has already established you as the pastry chef, as the one that's all things sweet treats. So what's the first step of this?
So firstly, I would put all the wet ingredients into 1 cup.
Okay.
And then now I would add my 2 eggs, just break them.
And then you put that in. So essentially, this is a simple, easy, quick recipe that everyone can try at home, essentially. Yes. I mean, Matthew, when we typically think and you make flapjacks, what goes into it? Have you just always had a sweet tooth? And then you decided, you know what, I'm gonna try this.
Yeah, I've just always had a sweet tooth, and during lockdown, baking just kept me busy.
Wow. How did you learn how to bake?
Firstly, I would always use a premix, which first helped me a lot, and then I would look at recipes online.
You know what? Online has helped all of us upskill ourselves. Joanne, when you see your son whipping it up, being such an independent thinker, an independent soul, how does that make you feel?
I think it makes me feel good, and at the same time, there's a sigh of relief because it's one less thing that I have to get involved in and do, and I think it really just mimics Matthew's sweet little nature.
Yeah, he does. He's got such a gorgeous smile. I feel like he's just always smiling, always laughing, ever jolly.
Yes, it is. I think he's been like that since birth. So always smiling, whether happy, sad or nervous, he'll always have a smile on his face. So yes.
I love that about him. So Mama, you and I on this side, once the flapjacks are together, we're going to start decorating it. But essentially, South Africa, whatever way you want to decorate your flapjacks is up to you. We have some strawberries, we've got some mint, we've got some delicious ice cream here to put that cool touch on a delicious meal that we've already whipped up. So Baba, on your side, you're preparing the strawberries.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so in terms of the fruit that go into this, we know that right now, seasonal fruits are berries. What else could you possibly mix into this? Ubaba was like, I don't know, I am not the chef, girl. Don't do this to me. What age did you start cooking, Matthew? And maybe show up Ubaba on that side. What age did you start?
I started, I think, this year or last year, so 14 or 13.
I love that. So, Mama, what kind of dish is your favorite that Matthew makes?
I think our favorite would always be flapjacks, and Matthew likes variety, he likes color, so you'll see the strawberries, the berries to complement it. And because we are a household that loves ice cream, there's always got to be some serving of ice cream on the side and a little bit of maple syrup for the 1 or 2 sweet tooth in the house as well.
I love that. When you say sweet tooth, those 1 or 2, I see Antonio being the first in line.
I think there you've pinned it perfectly. Definitely. I think the only thing we do is we do monitor it because he can be quite hyperactive, and I think that's where that vanilla flavored ice cream comes into play.
You know what? I think so many South Africans right now are like, we know some hyperactive young ones in our household. So let us know, how do you keep them busy on our social media platforms? Let's keep this conversation going throughout the show. As much as it is fun touching base with our fabulous family here, we also love to hear from you. Now, Matthew, what's the next step?
So now I mixed all my wet and dry ingredients, and now I'll just add some oil to my pan.
Enough.
Okay.
Just move it around a bit.
So how important is it, number one, to have a hot pan before you start, or do you just switch it on as you go?
I just switch it on as I go.
And is it true that the first flapjack is always a flop?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Why though? Help me understand it. I've never whipped up flapjacks for myself. I'm the type to pre-buy everything because, you know, honey in the kitchen is a little slow. So talk me through it. What makes it a flop, and how is it essential to get the perfect flapjacks every time?
I don't know how, but I just decide when it's ready.
Okay.
I just take it whenever.
You're the type to cook with the eyes?
Yes.
And I think we've also established, Matthew, I think one of the tips I picked up from you is the fact that we've also stopped having the pan being too warm.
Oh, yes.
Because we find that's when it also tends to burn. So I think that's when Matthew's judgment has sort of over time guided him through the process.
And gotten a little better. Well, Mama, I think that it's safe for us to start decorating these incredible flapjacks that Matthew prepared for us earlier. I'm looking forward to diving into this. I do not have much of a sweet tooth, but this looks so decadent, so creamy, so delicious that I'm also wanting to try it and give my, out of 10 vote. Baba Denver on the side there. When, I know that as much as you don't have natural-born daughters, and one day is one day, your sons are going to bring someone home, what are you looking forward to the most in terms of incorporating a new family member? I'm sure it's going to be spending more time with them in the kitchen.
I'll probably be spending more time with the daughter-in-laws than with my sons. I think 25 years is fairly long with them, so I'm actually looking forward to them getting married and getting out of the house and seeing new set of cooking skills. Somebody else bring something different into the family.
And Mom, how open are you to new recipes that maybe an alternative party might bring into your kitchen?
So Brent's got an alternative partner, so he's got a Tamir that's part of our family, his girlfriend, and she's cooked up, I think, 1 or 2 special recipes for us as well.
Nice.
Which I must admit I've enjoyed, and I've asked her to share with me some of her secrets and tips.
Okay, Mama, what did she make? I have to find out because some of us are still gonna wedge, so we have to make good impressions on the mothers-in-law.
So she made a very simple butter chicken curry, which we all enjoyed, and then she made handmade rotis, which I'm not good at. So we actually enjoyed it.
Well, looking forward to all of that again, Mzansi. If you've been cooking along with us from the start of the show, please just head over to our Afternoon Express website and you can get the full ingredients list and recipe to be making these delicious flapjacks. Now, this menu, I think, can only go one way, and that's all the way up. But we cannot have Joanne in studio and not ask her to make something with a little MacD's heart in it. So if anyone is up for a burger, that's me. See you after the break.